KSI has completely dominated British entertainment over the past 10 years, but it hasn't been without its fair share of controversies and mishaps. In this video, we're going to focus on a side of him which is very rarely talked about, and that is his generosity and giving back to the community.
Is the Tom Stockdale story.
Tom Stockdale, who done the freestyle
rap.
He had 7,000 subscribers. You were basically giving everyone like 10 seconds or something really quick to ask you a question, right? Something like that. And he freestyled for you, and you obviously was quite impressed by it.
You're sick! Bro! Wait, have you got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, mate. Tom Stockdale is my YouTube channel.
Tom Stockdale. Yo, I'll check it out. Yo, I'm gonna subscribe right there. Boom.
You were so impressed. I thought that was such a fucking nice touch. And obviously, I'm not sure if you know, but since then, he gained 250,000 subs. Based on that alone.
Did you not know that?
Yeah, and he went from 7,000 to 250k overnight.
I mean, yeah, it is mad the impact when you've got a YouTuber who's that big, when he shouts out somebody else who's a smaller channel. The effect that it can have on that other person's life is tremendous. Gave him so much recognition and exposure and publicity in a good way. It is mad how one simple kind gesture can have such a massive effect. But the thing is, the news and the media, when it comes to a headline, they usually like to focus on a bad story rather than something good. So when a massive creator does something like this, they just kind of disregard it and instead focus on maybe the more negative things that have happened. But I think you have to give credit where credit is due. Obviously, if somebody's done something bad, of course, criticize them, etc. But then it goes the other way. When they've done something good, you should also speak about that as well, but it usually gets brushed under the carpet.
And this is the story that led me to create this whole video. Take it away.
I was telling you boys on the way to the podcast, so basically I've got this, I don't want to say mate, without belittling this guy whatsoever. I think he won't mind if I say he just has a normal job. He's not in this world whatsoever. I was in a relationship and then it ended pretty rough. I had literally been living with her for our whole relationship. It ended and I was basically homeless and I had to sleep on a couple of friends' sofas or so. And I knew JJ just from Xbox. You deserve this story to be told. He was like, JJ asked me why I hadn't been online on the Xbox for a while, which was a bit surreal for me, and I explained to him that me and my ex had split up and now I was pretty much just sofa surfing, and I told him that I couldn't afford anything, to which he just replied, find a place, fam. JJ added just find somewhere and hooked me up with the information, to which I found a nice little house share, nothing too over the top, but I could live. And sure enough, he asked me for my details and hit me up with the deposit, the checks, and like an extra month of rent. I will never forget it. Saved me from a desperate situation where I was effectively down for the count and ready to give in. He also hooked me up with another guy he played with to go to his fight against Weller. That was awesome. He put
Charlie.
Yeah, and he was like, he put us up in the Continental near the O2. And the after party was pretty incredible. He met us the day after the fight in the Continental, and the three of us just talked for hours. It was so cool.
I think once again that shows KSI's generosity. The fact that somebody who he had initially met on Xbox, he then paid for their rent, gave them a place to stay, essentially saving the guy from homelessness, just going out of his way to help somebody who he had met briefly before. Again, like I say, these stories don't really get picked up on. Like I said, they're just kind of under the radar, but it's another tremendous thing that he did. This next story is about something that he did during the coronavirus pandemic, where he joined Independent's Help the Hungry campaign to distribute food during COVID-19. He joined the Independent at the Refectorio Felix at St Cuthbert Centre in Earls Court, London. The Refectorio provides fresh meals to vulnerable people in the local area with food from the Felix project. And he joined the Independent's proprietor Evgeny Lebedev in handing out meals. Each person was given a cup of coffee, a plate of jerk chicken and coleslaw, a cup of rice pudding and a piece of fruit. It was awesome to see the smiles on all their faces as we gave them their meals, he said. KSI reflected on his experience, saying, "It's amazing to see what the Felix project are doing for the people, and it was a pleasure to be a part of it. I'd love to do more in the future."